What's going on, friends, friends, and family? It is yet another glorious day here in the United States of Siege, and it seems like we've got a spinoff because I'm assuming, like most Americans today, you woke up and went, "What the fuck?" As we now are apparently at war with Iran. Yeah, the president decided unilaterally, without congressional approval, to go all in with Israel and start conducting military strikes on Iran. The initial casualties of which included a girls' school in Tehran with somewhere in the neighborhood between 50 and 100 casualties, right? Because a girls' school is a military target, right? Because I know they are exactly the ones behind Iran's nuclear program, right? Oh, wait, we got rid of that nuclear program, didn't? No, we didn't. What the shit? Like, whether we want to believe that it's because of the Trumpstein files, whether we want to posit that it's just a ploy, is kind of irrelevant right now, right? Because the damage being done globally is absolutely undeniable. Aside from the fact that other countries already see us as a fucking joke, primarily because of Cheeto Pennywise and his pointless antics. It's not like this is just an American problem now, right? And rest of the world, trust us. Those of us who are awake with our eyes open are well aware that this is not an us problem now. This is an all of us problem. And not that I voted for him. Trust me, I did not vote for this motherfucker. We can't just be like, we can't even pray that the rest of the world is going to help us, right? Because regardless, we let the shit pile up in our backyard and it's spilling over into yours. And for that, we are deeply and profoundly sorry. There are so many points in history at this point that we can look back on and say that someone should have done something more. And much like we've seen throughout this administration, the guardrails that we thought we had in place, the system of checks and balances, has failed us on a level that the founding fathers could never have comprehended, right? They couldn't have imagined this shit. Because who in their right mind wakes up and wants this? And I guess that's the other thing, right? It's who in their right mind, because on some level we would assume, we would like to think that our elected officials have some degree of mental stability, some sense of a common good, some overall patriotic, altruistic sense of self that lends itself towards bettering the world around them. And that is clearly lacking. So at this point, while we still have our own citizens under siege by a paramilitary force, we realize that that same cancer that is plaguing our country has in fact metastasized and spread to the rest of the world. I almost don't have any words for this. I still, obviously, we all stand for Keith Porter, Renee Good, and Alex Preddy. We stand with Minnesota. We stand with every community currently affected by ICE and its poisonous Gestapo-like tactics. But clearly now, as Americans, we have a war to fight on two fronts, because there's the war at home and the war abroad. And you can say whatever you'd like about Obama being an imperfect president or Biden being an imperfect president. But beyond party lines, I like to think we all miss the days when we didn't wake up every single morning terrified of the headlines that we were going to see. The morning rituals in a happy household should maybe be a good morning to a partner if you've got one, or a cat or a dog, maybe grabbing a cup of coffee, casually turning on the TV as you look at the sunshine outside. The morning ritual shouldn't be waking up from your bed in a cold sweat screaming, "What the fuck?" every single day. We're tired. At least I'd like to think we're all probably tired at this point, fucking exhausted, and probably beyond enraged. And that rage is justified. And I honestly don't know quite what the next course of action needs to be. But in some way, shape, or form, collectively, it is past time for us to rise the fuck